Hello students, so we were discussing about the frictional part. We have discussed some examples related with the friction. Last class we have done an example related with the banking of a circular road. Okay, now what is the banking of the circular? That I have already discussed that it is just an elevation on one side of the road. Okay, making it like an inclined plane. The last derivation that we have done, in that derivation there I have not considered friction. But today the same topic you will be doing here, but here I will be considering the friction into account. Okay, now you see, if you consider in this figure, okay, here, let me bring it a little bit closer. Okay, now if you see here, the forces that will be acting here, one will be a weight mg, one will be reaction force r, okay, which is always perpendicular to the object. Weight will be towards always downward direction. Then one more force, that is your frictional force, will be taken into account. This is your frictional force represented by the letter F. The banking of the road, it is making an angle of theta. So if this angle is theta, so obviously this angle also will be equals to theta. So what we have to do, we have to resolve this friction into two components. Vertically it will come F sin theta, and this will be your F cos theta. Similarly, if this angle is theta, so this will be r cos theta, and this angle, okay, this angle will be your r sin theta. So we have find out that what are the forces acting on the body are forces acting on the body are, number one is a weight mg, number two normal reaction r, okay, normal reaction r, and we have number three, okay, normal reaction r, number three we have the frictional force F, and this weight mg and the frictional force F has been resolved into two components. So frictional force and the reactional force, it is resolved into two components, cos theta and the sin theta components. Now suppose if I consider that total force acting vertically, okay, total force acting vertically. So total force acting vertically, what are the forces here you see? One is this r cos theta and one is this mg. So here what I can write, force along vertical will be equals to r cos theta minus of mg. Okay, r cos theta minus of mg. Similarly, one more force is acting here along the vertical direction. One more force is here, that is plus f sin theta. Okay, mg plus f sin theta. So total three forces are there, r cos theta minus of mg plus f sin theta. Okay, now here if I consider from the figure, since the object is not accelerating above, ये ऑब्जेक्ट अभी ऊपर की तरफ फ्लाई नहीं कर रहा है, अगर ऊपर की तरफ अगर फ्लाई नहीं कर रहा है तो ऑब्वियसली वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन पे एक्सेलरेशन का वैल्यू कितना होगा, वो होगा 0. ओके, along the vertical direction your acceleration will be 0. if your acceleration is 0, the force along the vertical, क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर मैं न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ ऑफ मोशन अगर यूज करूँ, मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन, वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन पे एक्सेलरेशन 0 है, तो ऑब्वियसली ये वाला वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा 0. So this will be equals to r cos theta minus of mg plus f sin theta. Okay, then you can bring on this side. So this will be r cos theta will be equals to mg plus f sin theta. Okay, so we have got one expression, r cos theta equals to mg plus f sin theta, or else you can do one thing, we can write mg equals to, I am bringing mg this side, this will be r cos theta r cos theta plus f sin theta. Okay, so it's not plus, it will be minus. Sorry, this will be minus f sin theta. Mark this is equation number 1. Clear? Just let me show it below. You can see mg is equals to r cos theta minus of f sin theta. Now what I am going to do, this is for the vertical one, I am going to do for the horizontal one. Let me see what will be the horizontal force. Horizontal force. Horizontal force. So Fh will be equals to, you have to write r sin theta. Okay, force along the horizontal. Let me see what are the forces. Wait. Yes, one is r sin theta. Okay, r sin theta and f cos theta are along the same direction, so they will get added up. R sin theta plus f cos theta. Is there any other forces acting on it? No, there are no forces acting on it. One is r sin theta plus f cos theta. Okay, then if I consider here this fh, okay, this fh, here we can consider that this total force, okay, this total force, since it is acting towards the center, okay, that means these two forces are providing the necessary centripetal force, because your car is moving in a circular road. Okay, car is moving in a circular road. Therefore, these two forces are providing the necessary centripetal force. Okay, so we can write in place of this, it will be equals to mv square by r sin theta plus f cos theta. Okay, now after this, if I do one thing, I can mark this is equation number 2. We have to divide equation 1 and equation number 2. Okay, equation 1 and equation 2 we have to divide. So 2 divided by 1. So if I divide it 2 by 1, your m and m will get cancelled. You will get v square by rg will be equals to, above it will be r sin theta plus f cos theta will be divided by r cos theta minus of f sin theta. Okay, we need to find out what is the minimum speed required for the banking of the road. We need to find out the value of this v. V will be v square equals to, I'll put rg this side, then what I'll be doing, I'll be dividing above and below by cos theta. Okay, if I divide sin theta by cos theta, it will be tan theta. Okay, plus f cos theta by cos theta, if I do, I'll get f divided by r cos theta by cos theta, it will be r minus of f tan theta. Okay, r tan theta plus f divided by r minus of f tan theta. Now after this, what I can do, I will be again dividing this r with above and below. So if I divide it by r, above you will get rg, it will be tan theta minus of f by r divided by r, if I divide it will be 1 minus of f by r tan theta. Okay, now after this, v will be equals to root over rg will be inside in bracket tan theta minus of f by r. What is f by r? F by r is nothing but coefficient of friction. So in place of that you have to put mu. Tan theta minus of mu divided by 1 minus of mu tan theta. So this is the required speed with which a car will move safely on the banking of a road. So this is the minimum speed required. Okay, so in this chapter we have up till this topic only. So in the next class I'll be starting the new chapter, that is a work, energy and power. Okay, so we have finished this chapter. So any doubt regarding this, you can clear your doubts by sending a message in my WhatsApp group or in the chat box. Okay, so thank you for today. We'll be discussing the next chapter in the next class. Thank you.